guys? It's Sean here from Worldwide Red Show, wanting to do a quick Arsenal preview for the game tomorrow. Well, a quick Manchester United preview for the match tomorrow between Manchester United and Arsenal. I don't always do previews to matches. I more like to do reactions and really go on other people's channels and collaborate with them for their previews. But it's Saturday, and we should be playing today, but we're not. So I figured I would drop a quick video real quick and let you guys know what I think about the game tomorrow. A lot of people keep talking about the game tomorrow as if we will steamroll Arsenal, especially after our recent form and some of the things that have been happening in Europe. But here's the thing we have to remember. The European game and how teams set up in the Champions League is different than how teams set up in the Premier League. And for me, what matters is our Premier League form. It would be nice to get a run in the Champions League. And the way we play and our strengths, if we got deep in that tournament, I truly believe we could beat any team. But it's way too early to get all gassed up and talk about that. I just want to take a moment to tell you why I feel, and I have felt since what I watched last year, that the real acid test for our manager and our team, that the hardest team for us to play against in the Premier League is actually Arsenal Football Club. I'm going to tell you why. And that bothers me to say because I feel about Arsenal probably what most Arsenal fans feel about Manchester United. I don't like your team at all. I don't like Arsenal at all. I just don't. I don't know if it's because of the old rivalry. I don't know if it's because I feel the toxicity of your fan base has rubbed off on ours. I don't know. But I feel like Arsenal is a huge test because as much as people want to act like Mikel Arteta is the second coming of like Pep himself, he's not. As a matter of fact, he's much more like Ole than we would like to admit. Mikel Arteta, whether it's because of personnel or not, we don't know, is similar to Ole in that they both like to coach defensive. We are not going to see the free-flowing Arsenal side that we're used to seeing, come and have a go at us. If Arsenal come to Manchester United and set up, I hear some of their fan channels and people talking about, we hate three at the back, we should set up in a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 and really go at United. Let me explain something to you. If you're an Arsenal fan and you're watching this because you play FIFA and you don't actually watch the game, really watch the game. If Arsenal come out to try to play us off the park and let us sit back and counter, we will slap you. United, in my opinion, are possibly the best counterattacking side in Europe. If PSG can't get through, if RB Leipzig can't get through, we're not worried about attacking sides. We beat Pep 2-3 last year. Slapped Chelsea 3-4. Why do you think last weekend Frank Lampard came and parked a big old Jose Mourinho-style bus at Old Trafford? I mean, it wasn't anything we haven't been seeing recently because we had Jose as a manager. So at the end of the day, Ole likes to park the bus a little bit too. He likes to press. Ole is like he's not Jose and he's not Klopp. He's kind of like the middle between the two because people think that Liverpool play this expansive, crazy style when they don't. They did a few years ago. Last year to win the title, they didn't. As a matter of fact, they don't mind you having the ball. They like to press high, press hard, and be very direct. As a matter of fact, Liverpool, you don't have to like this, they're a long ball team many times. They spam in crosses, and they try to get down through the channels with long passes, even from Alisson. So don't act like they're passing the ball around like prime Barcelona, because they're not. However, let me say this to you. I feel like against Arsenal, this is Ole's biggest test. Because if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can set us up in such a way where we are consistently breaking down teams that are setting back and we're winning a lot of those matches, we have something here. I don't want to hear anything else from all the Ole out brigade that he has to go. You say, well, where do you sit? You guys know if you watch my channel where I sit. I'm not Ole out. I'm not Ole in. I'm Ole indifferent. I'm rooting for him. I hope he does well. There are better managers out there, better managers available. I am under no illusion as to why he got the job and as to what he does as a manager. I get it. Listen, I probably sang Ollie's at the wheel a few times when he first took over myself. But I'm going to say this. We were playing an entirely different type of football before Ollie got the job as to after. Now, then we have to make up our mind, do we like what we see? I'm not against the guy, and I don't want him out. Because here's the thing. What good does it do to get him out and bring someone else in when they're not going to be backed by this board either? The board is the problem. So I'm going to squash that there. Just because I don't like some of the things he does doesn't make me a hater or against him or want him out or an Ollie outer, no matter what some people on football Twitter try to do. Our fan base is so reactionary. But I recognize, in my opinion, Arsenal is possibly the third best counterattacking side in the Premier League. Behind us, the best. And then Wolves. But Arsenal and Wolves are pretty similar. Arsenal has better attacking players. They have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who has been trashed for a few weeks since he's gotten paid. But we know he's a class player, and class is permanent. Form's temporary. People go through ups and downs. That's why I don't get too hyped when people are all talking about how Harry Maguire was completely trash. The guy got himself arrested. Guilty or not, I don't know. The guy made some terrible decisions, but I've watched people go up and down in form. I watched Van Dijk get absolutely annihilated by Jack Grealish a few weeks ago. You guys aren't talking about that. You ain't calling him trash. I mean, nutmegged, annihilated, and gave up a 7-2. Where's the hate? The fact is, we know that Van Dijk, when he's healthy again, when he's head screwed on straight, is one of the best in the world. Check the stats. Harry Maguire is a solid player. Is he a speed demon? No. That's why we need someone fast beside him. So I don't get all worked up like this guy's trash, this guy's terrible, this guy's horrible. Anyway, all I know is Arsenal, if they set up the way they typically do, if they come to stifle us, it's going to be a long game. It could be like the Chelsea game. And to be honest with you, this game is, in my mind, 50-50. It could go either way. I know on Rich's stream, shout out to Rich Sports, I picked a 2-2 draw because, and I never do that. I don't pick draws. I always pick United to win. So on this stream, on Rich's stream, I said 2-2, but my heart says 2-1. I'm going to go with a 2-1 on my stream just because I'm going with my heart, not my head. But to be honest with you guys, I could see a 2-2. I could see a 2-0. I could see a 1-0. I could see a 0-0. Anywhere in that for either team. Either team. Let's not act like one of us are miles better than the other. We have better players, but they play a system that we've had trouble with. We don't have trouble. I don't fear playing Pep. I fear playing Sean Dyche. That's the type of teams we struggle with, guys. Let's be real. So if Ollie starts consistently breaking these teams down, now how to do it? How to do it? I believe with our personnel, the 4-4-2 diamond is the best way to go. It's not my favorite formation at all. However, against Arsenal, I believe if we set up with our typical back four, maybe switch out Vic for Tuanzebe to have that extra cover of pace, because you know Harry's not getting dropped. The fact is, 4-4-2 diamond, we already know the left and right back pick themselves right now because Alex Telles is still on coronavirus protocols. Right back, AWB is back in form, on form, best defensive right back, one-on-one defender in the world. Just ask Neymar when he switches sides. Ask Mbappe when he's wanting to switch sides. AWB just frustrates people. If he ever gets halfway decent, like really gets decent going forward, one of the best in the world. We already know this. So here's the thing. We already know the back four, David De Gea will start, and David De Gea has been back on form. And whether or not you guys like it or not, David De Gea on form is one of the top 3 goalkeepers in the world when he's on form, when his head is there. His head's been there. He's been playing well. If he gets back to that, don't give me this Leno stuff is better than De Gea. It's complete rubbish. The only people that tell you that are people that like Arsenal. I've watched Leno make some serious mistakes. Solid keeper, but don't try to tell me he's better than De Gea on form. Now, the De Gea that can lose his head and we don't know where he's at, well, I don't think he can turn back into that because Dean Henderson wants his job. So anyway, we know what that back five is going to be. Well, back four plus De Gea. We're not going to play a back five. We could, by the way. Ole may go back and try to match and mirror what Arteta does, which is typically a 3 at the back. So we may see that. Now, midfield. what do I think we should do? What I think we should do is play Fred in the holding role, Pogba on the left, Van de Beek on the right, Bruno in the 10. Now, for you watching, because I watched, actually, I just got finished watching Usman. Shout out to Usman Talks United, another good channel. You guys should check that out. I saw Usman had some Arsenal guests on talking about how they feared Van de Beek and Van de Beek in the 10. Listen, can Van de Beek play the 10? Yes. Where people get that Donny Van de Beek is a 10, it just blows my mind. Because if you go right now, go over and check out the Ajax scouting report, where Donny played almost all last season. Typically, either in a 4-4-2 diamond or a 4-3-3, he plays the right side of a box-to-box 8. There were some games he played as a 6. Donny can play anywhere in the midfield, but the majority of his Real Madrid was buying a number 8. They were not buying him to be Isco. So I don't understand why we get this idea in our head. Like, I don't understand people that don't actually do a little research or see what someone's about. It frustrates me. So I would like to see Pogba and Donny play as 2 box-to-box 8s with defensive responsibilities as well. Bruno at the tip. Then you have Marcus and Mason. That's what I'd like to see. I believe if we played that way, I believe we would eventually open Arsenal up and we could batter them. But that's not how our manager sets up. I'm saying that because I want our manager to prove me wrong. I want him to take me from Ollie indifferent camp to it is what it is to, oh my days, we have something with this guy, and be fired up about what I'm seeing. That's what I want. I am for the manager. I'm not against him. I was duped because I saw 4-3-3 free flowing, attacking. If we got to win 5-4, we'll win 5-4 when he was interim. But as soon as he got the job, he switched to Jose Jr. mixed with a little bit of Sir Alex. And so I'm not a prisoner of loyalty to the fact that he's a club legend. He is a club legend. I'll always celebrate him no matter what he does as a manager. I'm always going to love the guy. But it doesn't mean he's the right fit. But he can prove to everyone by really breaking these teams down. And I believe a 4-4-2 diamond, like I just shared with you, that formation could break them down. However, I don't think he'll do that. I think that he would bring Donny off the bench. If we played 4-4-2 diamond, I believe that it would be McTominay or Matic instead of Van de Beek. And he would bring Donny off the bench as a difference maker. I believe that's probably what will happen. However, ultimately, I'm sorry, I'm recording in a place I normally don't. So someone just walked into my house and I hear my dog starting to bark. Oh, it's my daughter. I'm sorry. Hey, Selena.
Hi.
Love you, baby.
Love you.
You want to come say hello real quick to everyone?
Fine.
Just real quick, just wave. It's just me and you. I'm shooting a video real quick. Just say hello. This is my youngest. Anyway, guys, that's what I think will happen. I think that it will be a Scott. And, I prefer Scott coming off the bench. You guys know that. However, listen, guys, if we play defensive, this game could go either way. And it could be another Chelsea bore fest. Really could. Personally, like I said, on Rich's channel, I said 2-2 just because I think we're going to play defensive and I don't know what's going to happen here. But my heart's telling me 2-1. Some people on Rich's channel were saying 3-0, 3-1, 4-0. I hope so because I hate to lose to Arsenal. But anyway, guys, that's how I feel the game is going to go. We'll see how it goes. As far as Arsenal's threats, we know they got Aubameyang. He can always come back. Like I said, class is permanent. Form's temporary. Lacazette. Do I fear Lacazette? No, but you never know. He's a good goal scorer. I believe David Luiz, who I wish was playing, is out because he's known to give away a penalty from time or two, and we attack with fast players. That's why we get a lot of penalties. So people crying about, why is Manchester United getting so much penalties? Because we put fast players constantly running at you. Marcus Rashford, who is as fast as Mbappe, running at you all the time, left, right, cutting everywhere. In this game today, if you touch anybody, they fall over. VAR sees it. You touch them, they fall. It's a PK. We get them, and we get them against us. So stop all the crying about that, man. You know, the fact is we should have had a retake of a PK earlier this year when the keeper came off his line and they didn't check it. It is what it is. You know, they checked it in the Champions League game against PSG, but in the league game they didn't. Could have cost us some points. Anyway, if we win this game, which I believe we can, we jump Arsenal with a game in hand. This is a huge match. And Ollie can prove to everybody that teams can come, set up shop at Old Trafford, and we can start breaking them down. If our Old Trafford form improves because we're breaking teams down, then guess what? Sky's the limit. We don't know what could happen this season. Well, get in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the game. Like I said, the only players I don't fear anyone really. You got Aubameyang. I think Saka is a class player. I don't want to see him anywhere near the number 10. Let them play him out wide like they like to, so AWB can eat his lunch, because that's what will happen. I know. He'll skin him. No, he won't. So Saka is a player to worry about, to watch. Thomas Partey is a beast in the midfield. We already know this. He should have been at Manchester United, but for some reason we bought a 18-year-old no one's ever heard of for 40 million instead of triggering his release clause, which was dumb. Because could you imagine Partey at the base of our midfield instead of Matic? Matic is solid. Matic is older, let's be honest. You know, Partey, Fred, Pogba, could you imagine that? Jeez, fam. Partey's a great player, and I quite act like he isn't. Who else on their team do I even think about? No one. Ceballos is okay. Plays well at times. The fact is our team is better than theirs, but they play a certain system, creates problems. Let me know what you guys think. Get in the comments, like, share. Let me know where you're watching from, and we'll stay connected. I'll be back tomorrow with hopefully a happy reaction.